FTB Game Balls is sponsored by the 409 Tailgate Club. Spice up your Saturday spread in Happy Valley with 409's barbecue rubs and signature Bloody Mary mix. To order, visit 409tailgateclub.com today.
It took a minute, actually close to 15 minutes. But eventually, Penn State's final non-conference tune-up against college football's Washington Generals, aka the Kent State Golden Flashes, finally followed the expected Bug v. Windshield script. Collectors of 2 fat checks and 0 total points the past couple weekends, Kent State was outgained by 649 total yards, outpaced by 34 total first downs, and just about out-everythinged statistically in a savage, ritualistic sacrifice so dark that it scared away a band of threatening storm cells from prolonging the players' pain and the crowd's boredom. One game ball split 8 different ways, a slice for every Penn State thrower and catcher of the football in Saturday's first half. Through 2 weeks, a popular nit to pick when examining Andy Kotelnicki's offense had been the alarmingly uneven distribution of targets and production in the passing game. In Week 1, junior wide receiver Trey Wallace's 5-catch, 117-yard, 2-touchdown performance accounted for a sliver less than half of Penn State's total aerial production. Then, in Week 2, tight end Tyler Warren was good for 71.6% of Penn State's total passing yards and 61.5% of the Lions' total receptions. On Saturday, however, Drew Aller removed the blinders and fired scatter shots across the field to a healthy sampling of pass catchers. By halftime, 6 Penn State players had caught at least 2 balls and hauled in at least 1 explosive reception of 15-plus yards. Yet no receiver, no tight end, or running back accounted for more than 30% of Penn State's total passing production. Most notably, of that group, veteran wide receivers Liam Clifford and Julian Fleming upped their statistical output exponentially, combining for 5 catches and 124 receiving yards after being held to 1 catch and 3 yards in the prior 2 contests. Assuming you have a life and flip the TV channel in the dying breaths of Penn State's 56-0 skunking, then you missed a bit of history. Desperate to fill airtime, BTN announcers Jeff Leverling and Jake Budd began tracking Penn State's total team yards after each play when, presumably, some producer passed along a verbal note that the Lions were on the verge of eclipsing a 98-year-old school record set on September 25th, 1926 versus Susquehanna. Sure enough, the record fell, which piqued our curiosity about the long-standing but just toppled yardage total from the past. According to the then-named Penn State Collegian, which cost 5 cents back in 1926, head coach Hugo Besdick's boys racked up 711 total yards versus the Crusaders of Susquehanna, despite missing 3 star players, Captain Ken Weston, wingback Ken Slamp, and first-string end George Delp. So how'd old Hugo and Penn State pull this off? One word: preparation. The article noted that Coach Besdick and his staff spent the early part of game week conducting rigorous blackboard strategy sessions and full classroom lecture periods. Of those team meetings, the Collegian reported in a confusing use of past and present tense, quote, "Systematically, the offense went through its entire repertoire, with the coaches carefully polishing the rough spots until on the eve of their initial battle of the season, the Lion Gritters are in a receptive mood for victory." Penn State defeated Susquehanna 82-0. Receptive mood indeed.